It's been a long and arduous homecoming. Their final barrier, the Israeli-controlled Erez crossing in the north of the Strip. Exhausted by their ordeal, they were labelled and processed one by one through the checkpoints. Confused by the clinical efficiency of the terminal after the squalor of Rafah, they hardly knew which way to turn. Many of them, like Sedki, left Gaza to find treatment for chronic medical conditions. He thanked God he would see his family and children again. He said he had felt so alone. The sudden arrival of ambulances and medics at the crossing to treat a woman who had collapsed brought a grim reminder of the fact that 32 people died while stranded at Rafah. They came home, but in coffins, through a freight terminal.
We were stuck there for 10 weeks. We suffered so much hardship. Look at us. We are so tired. We have had no sleep. We have been living on the edge, but soon we will all be home.
Many of the women and children were reduced to begging to survive outside Rafah. They've escaped from one humanitarian disaster, but are walking back into another. Hamas say the fact they can only return to Gaza through the Erez crossing means the Strip has again been put under Israeli occupation control and turned it into a huge prison. They accuse the Palestinian caretaker government in the West Bank of playing an immoral role in the suffering of their own people for allowing it. But that's an accusation that's been equally leveled at them.
It's half-a-mile hike in the heat and the sun before you reach the first signs of authority in the shape of Hamas and the executive force.
Under an agreement brokered by the United States, the Rafah crossing was run by Fatah presidential guards with observers from the European Union. After the armed takeover by Hamas, Egypt, the EU and Israel say the border will remain sealed. The political and moral complexities that trapped them for so long soon dispersed, though, when families were at last reunited. Adhan Galia was sent to the United States for treatment of the wounds he received when an Israeli gunship shelled a beach in Gaza last year. 7 members of his extended family died. "No one touch me," he pleaded. "I'm so exhausted from all the walking." Words ignored as his relatives reached to embrace him. Home at last, but with memories that have left as many raw scars as the shrapnel.
When he arrived, I am the one who bathed him. He was very dirty. It's as if he was shepherding goats for 3 months.
The bitter divisions in this society will not so easily be washed away. The siege of Gaza is the siege of the hopes of peace for yet another generation of Palestinians. David Cheta, Al Jazeera, Bet Lahia.